What Adam and Danielle Busby want their 6 girls to learn from OutDaughtered. Exclusive interview. Adam and Danielle Busby never set out to turn their family into a television brand. When OutDaughtered first aired, it was simply a way to document a rare and overwhelming chapter of their lives, raising the only all-girl quintuplets in the United States alongside their oldest daughter, Blake. Over the years, however, the show has become much more than a reality series about parenting chaos and cute moments. For Adam and Danielle, OutDaughtered has evolved into a living classroom, one they hope will quietly teach their 6 girls values that last far beyond TV cameras, social media, or fleeting fame. In an exclusive, deeply reflective conversation, Adam and Danielle opened up about the lessons they want their daughters to take away from growing up on reality television. From humility and resilience to faith, work ethic, and emotional awareness, the Busbys are intentional about shaping what their girls learn from an experience that most children will never have. At the heart of it all, Adam and Danielle agree on one thing: the show is temporary, but character is forever. Growing up in the public eye without losing a sense of self. One of the biggest concerns Adam and Danielle have always had is how public exposure might affect their daughters' identities. From toddlerhood, the Quints Hazel, Ava, Olivia, Riley, and Parker have been recognized in grocery stores, airports, and school events. Blake, who is old enough to remember life before cameras, has experienced both worlds. Adam explains that one of the core lessons they want all 6 girls to learn is that being recognized doesn't make you more important than anyone else. He emphasizes that fame is not an achievement. It's a circumstance. Something that happened to them, not something they earned. Danielle echoes the sentiment, saying she often reminds the girls that the attention they receive is because people enjoy watching their family dynamic, not because they are somehow better or more deserving than others. She believes that grounding their daughters in this reality helps protect them from entitlement and inflated egos. To reinforce this, Adam and Danielle intentionally keep their routines as normal as possible. The girls attend school, participate in activities, and have chores like any other kids. The cameras may capture moments of their lives, but the Busbys are careful not to let the show define who their daughters believe they are. Learning the value of hard work from an early age. Another lesson Adam and Danielle hope OutDaughtered teaches their girls is the value of hard work. While the show documents fun family outings and playful moments, it also shows exhaustion, stress, and the relentless demands of parenting 6 children. Adam believes there's power in allowing the girls to see both sides of life, the joyful and the difficult. He wants them to understand that success, stability, and happiness don't come without effort. Even though the girls are young, they are already learning that maintaining a household, relationships, and responsibilities requires teamwork and persistence. Danielle adds that she's especially mindful of teaching the girls that things don't just appear because they're on TV. She wants them to know that both parents work hard behind the scenes, whether it's Adam managing media projects and business ventures, or Danielle running her own company, while also being the backbone of their household. By seeing their parents juggle careers, parenting, and personal challenges, the girls are absorbing lessons about discipline, commitment, and showing up even when it's hard. Emotional awareness and expressing feelings honestly. One of the most noticeable aspects of OutDaughtered over the years has been Danielle's openness about her health struggles and emotional challenges. Rather than hiding these moments, Adam and Danielle chose transparency, believing it could help normalize conversations about feelings and vulnerability. Danielle explains that she wants her daughters to learn that it's okay not to be okay. She doesn't want them to grow up believing they have to suppress emotions to appear strong. Strength, in her view, comes from acknowledging struggles and seeking support. Adam agrees, noting that raising 6 girls means prioritizing emotional intelligence. Each child has a unique personality, and understanding those differences has been a learning process for the entire family. By modeling open communication, the Busbys hope their daughters grow into women who can articulate their needs, set boundaries, and empathize with others. The show, unintentionally, has provided a platform for these lessons. When viewers see real moments of frustration, tears, or exhaustion, the girls are also seeing that adults don't have everything figured out, and that's okay. Faith, gratitude, and staying grounded. Faith has always been a quiet but consistent presence in the Busby household. Adam and Danielle don't frame OutDaughtered as a platform for preaching, but they do hope their girls learn the importance of gratitude and humility. Danielle shares that gratitude is a daily practice in their home. Whether it's acknowledging opportunities the show has provided or appreciating simple moments together, she wants the girls to recognize how blessed they are without taking it for granted. Adam adds that faith plays a role in helping them navigate uncertainty. Raising sextuplets, especially in the public eye, has come with unpredictable challenges. Teaching the girls to trust, hope, and lean on something bigger than themselves has been grounding for the entire family. They hope these values will guide their daughters long after the cameras stop rolling. Understanding that privacy still matters. Despite sharing much of their lives on television, Adam and Danielle are firm believers in teaching their girls the importance of privacy. Not every moment is meant to be shared, and not every feeling needs an audience. As the girls grow older, the Busbys have become more conscious of consent and boundaries. Blake, in particular, has had a say in what she feels comfortable sharing on camera. Adam and Danielle want all 6 girls to understand that their voices matter even in a family where filming is part of life. This lesson, they believe, is critical in today's social media-driven world. Teaching the girls that they can say no, set limits, and protect their personal space is just as important as teaching them confidence, sibling bonds, and the power of family. OutDaughtered has always highlighted the unique bond between the Busby sisters. From teamwork during daily routines to comforting one another during tough moments, the girls' connection is central to the show. Adam and Danielle hope their daughters learn that family is a safe place. A place where they are supported, challenged, and loved unconditionally. The parents often remind the girls that while friendships may change over time, their bond as sisters is lifelong. Danielle notes that conflict between siblings is inevitable, especially in a house with 6 children. But those moments become opportunities to teach conflict resolution, forgiveness, and empathy. The show captures these interactions naturally, allowing the girls to later see examples of how they worked through disagreements together. Learning resilience through real-life challenges. Raising quintuplets has never been easy, and the Busbys haven't pretended otherwise. From medical concerns and sleep deprivation to financial stress and health scares, their journey has included plenty of obstacles. Adam believes that allowing their daughters to witness resilience firsthand is one of the most valuable lessons OutDaughtered offers. The girls see their parents adapt, problem-solve, and keep going even when things feel overwhelming. Danielle adds that resilience isn't about never struggling, it's about learning how to move forward despite challenges. She hopes the girls internalize that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to grow stronger. This mindset, they believe, will serve their daughters well in adulthood. Respecting individuality within a big family. One of the challenges of raising quintuplets is ensuring each child feels seen as an individual. Adam and Danielle are intentional about celebrating what makes each daughter unique. From different interests and personalities to distinct emotional needs, the Busbys work hard to avoid lumping the girls together simply because they're the same age. OutDaughtered has allowed viewers to see these differences unfold over time. Adam explains that he wants the girls to learn that comparison is unnecessary. Each of them has their own strengths, and success looks different for everyone. Danielle agrees, emphasizing that recognizing individuality fosters confidence and self-acceptance. Preparing for life beyond the cameras. As OutDaughtered continues, Adam and Danielle remain aware that the show won't last forever. They want their daughters to be prepared for a future that doesn't revolve around television. This means teaching practical life skills, encouraging education, and emphasizing personal responsibility. Adam notes that they never want the girls to feel dependent on the show or defined by it. Danielle adds that she hopes when the cameras eventually stop, the girls will look back on their childhood with gratitude, not pressure. The ultimate lesson: being kind and authentic. When asked what single lesson they hope their daughters learn from OutDaughtered, both Adam and Danielle return to the same idea: kindness. Kindness toward others. Kindness toward themselves. And kindness in how they navigate the world. They want their girls to understand that authenticity matters more than perfection, and compassion matters more than attention. In the end, OutDaughtered is just one chapter in the Busby family story. But the lessons Adam and Danielle hope their daughters carry forward: humility, resilience, gratitude, empathy, and love are meant to last a lifetime. As the years pass and the Busby girls grow into stronger personalities with clearer voices, Adam and Danielle find themselves thinking less about the present moment and more about the future. They often reflect on what life will look like long after the cameras are gone, after routines change, and after their daughters step into the world on their own terms. What remains constant is their hope that the lessons learned through OutDaughtered will quietly guide their girls through adulthood. Adam has shared that one of his biggest hopes is that his daughters learn how to define success for themselves. Growing up in a culture that constantly measures worth through visibility, achievement, and comparison, he wants his girls to resist the pressure to chase validation. Being part of a widely watched show can easily blur those lines, and Adam is intentional about reminding them that success is personal, not performative. Danielle echoes this belief, emphasizing that fulfillment doesn't come from applause. She wants her daughters to pursue lives that feel meaningful to them, not lives that look impressive to others. She often says that joy rooted in authenticity lasts longer than any external praise, and she hopes that message sticks with each of the girls as they grow older. Another lesson Adam and Danielle hope their daughters absorb is the importance of self-respect. Living in the public eye can sometimes invite unsolicited opinions, judgment, and criticism. Adam wants his daughters to learn how to listen without absorbing negativity, and how to stand firm in who they are without becoming defensive or hardened. He believes confidence doesn't come from fighting back, it comes from knowing your worth. Danielle believes self-respect also means learning when to walk away. She wants her girls to understand that not every situation deserves their energy, and not every voice deserves their attention. Boundaries, she says, are an act of self-care, not selfishness. Watching their parents navigate public life thoughtfully is something she hopes gives the girls a blueprint for handling pressure gracefully. One of the quieter but deeply important lessons Adam and Danielle want their daughters to take from OutDaughtered is empathy. Being part of a large family naturally encourages awareness of others, but the show has amplified that exposure. Adam hopes the girls learn that everyone has a story, even if it isn't visible on the surface. He believes empathy is built by listening, not assuming. Danielle adds that empathy begins at home. She hopes her daughters see how compassion is practiced daily through patience, forgiveness, and understanding. She wants them to recognize that empathy isn't always comfortable, but it is always necessary. In a world that often rewards speed and certainty, she hopes her girls choose thoughtfulness instead. Another lesson the Busbys emphasize is resilience. Life with 6 kids has been unpredictable from the start, and OutDaughtered has captured moments of exhaustion, fear, and overwhelming responsibility. Adam believes resilience is one of the most valuable traits his daughters can carry forward. He wants them to understand that setbacks don't mean failure, they mean adjustment. Danielle has often said that resilience doesn't come from avoiding hardship, but from learning how to move through it. She hopes her daughters see that challenges don't disqualify them from happiness, they prepare them for it. Watching their parents face uncertainty openly is something she believes gives the girls permission to be imperfect while still moving forward. As the girls get older, Adam and Danielle also think deeply about independence. While they cherish their close-knit family dynamic, they don't want their daughters to feel defined solely by it. Adam hopes each of his girls feels empowered to explore her own interests, talents, and dreams. Whether those paths intersect or diverge, he wants them to feel supported, not constrained. Danielle agrees, saying that independence and connection can coexist. She hopes her daughters learn that asking for help doesn't mean giving up independence, it means valuing relationships. The balance between self-reliance and interdependence is something she wants them to understand early, especially as they navigate adulthood. Another major lesson Adam and Danielle want their daughters to learn from OutDaughtered is the value of honesty. The show has never shied away from showing difficult conversations, and Adam believes honesty builds trust. He hopes the girls learn that truth, even when uncomfortable, creates stronger foundations in relationships. Danielle adds that honesty also applies inwardly. She wants her daughters to be honest with themselves about what they feel, need, and want. Pretending to be okay when they're not, she says, only delays healing. She hopes seeing her own vulnerability on the show encourages her daughters to embrace emotional honesty rather than suppress it. The Busbys also place great importance on teaching their daughters respect for themselves, for others, and for differences. Adam believes that respect is demonstrated more through actions than words. He wants his daughters to treat people with kindness regardless of background, status, or opinion. Danielle emphasizes that respect includes self-expression without judgment. She hopes her daughters feel safe being themselves, even when they don't fit expectations. Growing up in front of an audience can sometimes magnify pressure to conform, and Danielle is intentional about reinforcing that individuality is something to be protected, not polished away. One lesson that has grown more meaningful over time is the idea of legacy. Adam doesn't want his daughters to measure legacy by fame or recognition. Instead, he hopes they think about the impact they have on others. Legacy, to him, is about how people feel after interacting with you, not how many people know your name. Danielle agrees, adding that legacy is built quietly, through everyday choices. She wants her daughters to understand that kindness, integrity, and generosity leave lasting impressions. Even if OutDaughtered fades into memory for viewers, she hopes the values it reinforced remain central in their lives. Adam and Danielle also hope their daughters learn patience with themselves. Growing up under observation can create pressure to mature quickly or perform consistently. Adam wants his girls to know they are allowed to grow at their own pace. Mistakes, he believes, are essential teachers. Danielle often reminds her daughters and herself that growth is not linear. There will be steps forward and steps back, and both are part of learning. She hopes the girls learn to extend themselves the same grace they offer others. Another important lesson Adam and Danielle emphasize is gratitude for opportunity, without dependence on it. They are careful to ensure their daughters understand that the show is a privilege, not an entitlement. Adam wants them to recognize the support systems, hard work, and sacrifices that made their experiences possible. Danielle adds that gratitude also includes acknowledging the people behind the scenes, family members, friends, and professionals who helped them along the way. She hopes the girls learn that no success is achieved alone, and humility strengthens every achievement. As parents, Adam and Danielle also hope their daughters learn how to communicate effectively. Living in a busy household requires clarity, patience, and active listening. Adam believes communication is a lifelong skill that shapes every relationship. Danielle agrees, emphasizing that communication includes listening as much as speaking. She wants her daughters to learn how to hear others without immediately responding and how to express themselves without fear of being misunderstood. When thinking about the long-term emotional impact of OutDaughtered, Adam hopes the girls remember feeling safe. He wants them to recall a home where they were loved unconditionally, even when things were chaotic. For him, emotional security is the foundation of confidence. Danielle shares that hope, adding that safety includes being seen and heard. She wants her daughters to feel that their voices mattered, even when they were young. She believes that feeling respected early in life encourages self-advocacy later on. Ultimately, Adam and Danielle don't expect perfection from their daughters. What they hope for is awareness. Awareness of who they are. Awareness of how their actions affect others. Awareness that life is complex, but love can be steady. They hope their daughters grow into women who are kind without being naive, strong without being hardened, confident without being entitled, and compassionate without being overwhelmed. If OutDaughtered contributes to even a small part of that journey, Adam and Danielle believe it will have been worth it, not as a television success, but as a meaningful chapter in their family's life story. And when the cameras finally stop rolling, they hope what remains is not a show, but 6 young women who know exactly who they are and where they come from.